In the headlines, Kaduna State Government imposes 24-hour curfew in Chikun local government area over killings. Suspected Boko Haram insurgents kill 3 in Adamawa. Gunshots as APC PDP members clash in Port Harcourt over inspection of electoral materials. And on the international scene, Malaysian parliament moves to end mandatory death penalty. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Nten Ekpang. And on the news in full, the Kaduna State government has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Sabon Gari Nasarawa communities in Chikun local government area of the state following the killing of 2 persons. According to a statement by the State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, the curfew is with immediate effect. Arwan also said the decision was reached following a breakdown of law and order that led to loss of 2 lives in an incident of urban gang violence. The Commissioner added that security agencies have been directed to enforce the curfew in the area and restore order, while investigation into the incident has commenced. He urged the people to strictly observe the curfew, which takes effect immediately in the location, adding that updates will be communicated accordingly. And gunmen suspected to be Boko Haram insurgents have attacked the community in Hong local government area of Adamawa State, killing 3 and setting ablaze houses, shops, and carting away food items. According to an eyewitness report from the community, the attackers came on 2 motorbikes in the wee hours of Monday and shooting sporadically. Local vigilantes were said to have shot at one of the terrorists, who was later carried away by his colleagues. Reacting to the early morning attack, the police in Adamawa State condemned the raid, describing it as unfortunate. The police confirmed the killing of 3 persons by the suspected insurgents. According to a statement by the Adamawa State Public Relations Officer of the Police Command, Suleiman Nguroje, the Commissioner of Police, Afolabi Babatola, has given men of the command a marching order to trail and arrest the masterminds of the ugly incident. And our scores have been feared killed after gunmen on Sunday invaded communities in Oganegi ward of the Kina local government area of Kogi State. Authorities suspect that the assailants were herdsmen. Sources say the invaders stormed the communities, shooting sporadically and burning hundreds of houses in the early morning raid. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC and the Oganenigu ward chairman James Arda was among those killed in the attack. Many residents were said to have fled the communities in the wake of the assault, even as it remains unclear what the reason behind the invasion was. Though the police command in the state is yet to issue any official statement, the government has been reacting to the disturbing development. In a statement on Monday, Governor Yahaya Bello called for calm over the attacks, describing what he called the vile and satanic attacks as a calculated assault on the peace-loving people of Oganenigu, who have enjoyed relative peace and security for years. He commiserated with the people in the area, particularly the family of the slain APC board chairman in the area that was affected by the incident, and called for calm. Now, scores of persons sustained gunshot injuries after being hit by stray bullets when supporters of the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress clashed in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on Monday. The protesters had demanded a joint inspection of election materials by all political parties. The APC, led by its governorship candidate, had last Friday said it will storm the INEC office on Monday to demand the release of certified true copies of documents issued for the March 18 governorship election to enable the party file processes at the Election Petitions Tribunal. Reports say while the PDP protests lasted, The APC governorship candidate Tonya Cole, in company of the state chairman Emeka Beke and other party leaders, showed up at the GRA axis of Aba Road and were proceeding to the INEC office when the protesters sighted him. The protesting youths raced towards his direction and pelted stones and water sachet at him. However, anti-riot police, soldiers and NSCDC personnel were later detailed to restore calm in the affected areas.
These are critical documents with which we will take to an electoral tribunal. We will build our case upon that to the electoral tribunal. Friday last week, Friday we were at INEC. We asked for these documents. They have not given us a single one. We said that we were coming back today. Because we said we were coming back today, and we said it on live TV, and we said it openly, PDP organized thugs everywhere to prevent us from getting to INEC office. So we left there and we came to the APC secretariat, which should be a safe zone. As soon as we got here, the next thing we saw groups of PDP thugs coming, escorted by police, and they're armed. The groups there are armed. They started shooting outside the APC office. So my own personal security force came out. They said I should go inside, and I said, no, I'm not going inside. We have to stand here so that everybody can see what's going on. So there was shooting, and right now you can still see that they're arguing. And the argument is between two sections of the police force. Why?
Jos High Court has reinstated Nuhu Abok as Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly. And Justice M.L. Musa, in his judgment, declared that the impeachment of the Speaker was illegal, null, and void. Abok was purportedly impeached by some members of the Plateau State House of Assembly in October 2021. Abok immediately challenged his impeachment at the State High Court, and the legal battle lasted 1 year and 6 months until the judgment. Now, the court further awarded the sum of 20 million naira as cost of appearance and the sum of 138,000 naira as cost of filing the matter against the defendants. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has announced that his administration will award the project for the construction of the 8.3 kilometers Ojurin Olorunda Aba Road in Lagelu local government area of Ibadan before the expiration of the first term of his administration. Now, the governor stated this while commissioning the Olorunda Aba Divisional Police Station built by the Agba King of Olorunda Aba, Oloye Benedict Akika. The governor said the award of the contract will be in tandem with his administration's commitment to continue working for the people of the state till end of his first term in office. Now, speaking during the commissioning of the police station, the governor seized the opportunity to thank the citizens for the massive support leading to his re-election for a second term in office. Governor Makinde, who maintained that he was aware of the bad situation of the road, said the project will be awarded the contractor, who will be mobilized to site in a matter of a few weeks.
Well, my message is very clear. You know that security is a major pillar of this administration. So this divisional police station is in line with that security leg of our roadmap.
I want to be like my boss. Whatever he says he will do, it might just take time, but he will surely do it. Because the governor cannot do it alone, we have to support him.
The essence of this filling a police station is to bring the police closer to the people and the people closer to the police. Because I learned that the closest police station to this place is a distance, and therefore people are not really finding it easy making complaints and prompt response to crime.
Nigerian media owners and publishers under the auspices of the Nigerian Press Organization, the NPO, on Monday inaugurated the National Media Complaints Commission, NMCC, and the Ombudsman an initiative to watch and regulate media practice. Abdul Latif Ali, who attended the inauguration at the NPAN office in Lagos, reports that the 9-member commission has a 3-point mandate to deepen professionalism in the media. His report is here presented.
At the inauguration were members of the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Nigeria Guild of Editors, Guild of Corporate Online Publishers, and the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria. The Commission, or the Ombudsman as it is called, was an initiative tailored towards self-regulation and boosting the confidence of the public in the media as the voice of the common man and the fighter for the oppressed. The 9-member commission, which comprises prominent Nigerians drawn from the media, the bar, the academia, and civil society, is chaired by Emeka Izeze, former Deputy Managing Director, Guardian newspaper. Other members are Balarabe Mahmood, former President of the Nigerian Bar Association; Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Paul University, Awka, Anambra State; Dr. Hussein Abdu, Development Specialist and Country Director, CARE International; Larry Idowu, Editor-in-Chief, Diamond Publications Limited and founder, Diamond Awards for Media Excellence; Edetian Ojo, Executive Director, Media Rights Agenda; Mrs. Dukbe Ajayi Badegbo, a journalist, lawyer and arbitrator; Eugenia Abu, broadcaster, author and columnist; and the Chair, House of Representatives Committee on Information. MPAN President Kabir Yusuf explained that the Commission would serve as an independent forum for resolving complaints about the press quickly, fairly and free of charge, maintain high standards of Nigerian journalism and journalist ethics, and defend the freedom of the press and the right of the people to know.
I guess it is not the daily concern of the citizen to worry about how the freedoms we enjoy were won and kept. The press exists to guard such liberties. But in the land of impunity, which Nigeria has become, our exertions merely annoy rather than hinder the powers that be.
Chairman and publisher of Vanguard newspapers, Uncle Sam Amuka, who inaugurated the commission, said it will be of great benefit to the media profession and the country in general.
I am glad to see this day, to see you people. The committee, the ombudsman.
One of the commission, Emeka Izeze, said that the commission's mandate is not to gag the press.
Different in the sense that it will not seek to hinder freedom of the press, freedom of expression. If anything, it should enhance it. But it will be seeking to boost the confidence of the public in the media. That's really the goal that this commission has.
Stakeholders believe the media owners, with the inauguration of the Complaints Commission, have taken a bold and courageous step towards sanitizing the profession and keeping the media alive to its responsibilities of being the voice of the common man and the fighter for the oppressed people in the society.
And the Lagos High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square has dismissed a no-case submission filed by the suspended Assistant Superintendent of Police, Drambi Vandi, who allegedly killed the Lagos-based lawyer Omobolanle Rahim on December 25, 2022. Now, Justice Ibironke Harrison ordered the defendant to open his defense as a prima facie case has been made against him. The court also held that the prosecution led by the Attorney General of Lagos State, Moyosore Onigbanjo SEN, had established sufficient oral and documentary evidence linking the defendant to the crime, which requires explanations from him. In his application on the no-case submission, Vandi asked the court to dismiss the suit and discharge him, claiming that he has no case to answer. In his argument, the defense counsel, Adetokunbo Odutola, told the court to note, among other things, that none of the eyewitnesses saw the defendant shoot and that the ballistic report of the gun allegedly fired expressly stated that the bullet cannot be linked with any of the firearms recovered from the police officers at the scene. The Attorney General of Lagos State had, however, countered the argument and urged the defendant to defend himself, insisting that the prosecution has successfully made its case against him. Now, the Kano Executive Council has approved the appointment of Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Moshood Aliwo, as the Chancellor of the state-owned University, Sadatu Rimi University of Education in Kumboso. The State Commissioner for Information, Muhammad Garba, announced this after the council's meeting held at the council chambers. Garba said that the council also approved the appointment of Professor Atahiru Jega, former INEC chairman, as pro-chancellor and chairman of the governing council. Garba said this followed the receipt of operational license from the National Universities Commission, the NUC, which recognized the institution as the 61st state university and the 222nd university in the Nigerian university system. Other members of the council are Muhammad Kwankuso, Zulaihi Ahmed, Ibrahim Wunti, Halima Muhammad, and Sabiu Bako. He said the appointment is in accordance with Section 22 of the Sadatu Rimi University of Education Kumboso law. Garba added that in line with Sections 3, subsection 2 of the second schedule, the Pro-Chancellor and external council members shall hold office for a period of 4 years, renewable for second and final tenure of another 4 years. You're watching News Update on Trust Television. Coming up after the break, how husbands prepares Ramadan meal for family. Stay tuned for that and more.
Now, as part of efforts to support Africa's goal of strengthening...
Now, looking at the activity chart, as you can see right here, a total volume of 130...
a Boko Haram crisis that at that time was restricted to Yobe.
How secured are they? You can see security men with blood.
This is the road leading up to the...
Leading. If you look at England squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at...
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching News Update on Trust Television, a recap of our top stories. Kaduna State Government imposes 24-hour curfew in Chukun local government area over killings. And Boko Haram insurgents kill 3 in Adamawa State. Now, moving to other stories, now the chairman of the Public Affairs Committee of the National Population Commission, the NPC, Eyitayo Oyetunji, has implored Nigerians not to leave their residences during the population census. According to the United Nations Population Agency, the UNFPA, Nigeria's population is estimated to be 216 million, and projections estimate the nation's population could hit 400 million by 2050. With 1 month away from the national population census, Oyetunji said the need for accurate information is vital for effective planning and movement will affect the collation. The chairman also noted that the transparency of the exercise will be able to counter misconceptions and distrust, adding that it will foster the development of the government for the people. He also stated that the act of citizens deserting their residences would defeat the census process. Eyitayo also noted that the census process was not aimed at distorting the election outcomes, but at achieving its objective. He enjoined Nigerians not to distort the process through travel, adding that it would curb the criminalization of census. Now, a typical fasting day for Muslim women in the holy month of Ramadan is characterized by household chores and cooking up different meals for Sahur and Iftar for her family and friends. Now, Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail in this report visits a typical Muslim family home to see how they cope during the fasting. The report.
Recitation of the Holy Quran, administering lessons to the kids, and house chores form list of activities in the holy month of Ramadan at the residence of this Muslim family. Dr. Abdul Wahab Yusuf, who is the head of this family, speaks on his daily routine during the month of Ramadan.
If you go to work maybe early in the morning, by 3 o'clock, because of the first month of Ramadan, we get to close early, so it's a lot easier for me. And maybe because of the mental ideology that you're fasting, you don't get to think of lunch, so it's a lot easier for me, alhamdulillah. Well, the most interesting part is believing and having this firm belief that I'm going to get a reward for this abstinence from food, maybe this fasting.
His wife Zainab Salisu, excited and buried in her chores, cooking different types of dishes to showcase her secret way into the heart of her family through her delicious dishes during Iftar and Sahur. Though overwhelmed, she cooked and cleaned her house with passion while teaching her children.
At least one has ample time for the recitation of the Holy Quran and other activities like schoolwork. I get time to read a lot now. So at least that's one thing I enjoy. And then the cooking. We really love the cooking aspect because we get to try so many different delicious dishes and the children are loving it, their father is loving it, and we get to give out food sometimes.
Despite his busy schedules, Dr. Abdul Wahab created time to support his wife in the kitchen.
When I'm back early from work, at least help around, setting the table, what maybe preparing, trying to help her arrange things. I will give that mental and physical support in the kitchen, yes.
Honestly, he's really, really supportive. And it encourages, in fact, it gives you more energy to do the work better and to strive to do better, to cook better and give the best.
My name is Yusuf Abdul Wahab Yusuf. I read the Quran 3 times.
Ramadan is the holiest month for Muslims and is marked by a period of fasting. It is a time where family and friends come and eat together, pray together, and thank Allah for His mercies. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Similarly, the Muslim Ramadan fast spans about 13 hours for 29 or 30 days with restriction on the consumption of food and water during the period has been identified as a healthy approach towards achieving optimum metabolism that prevents health problems and improves psychological health. Now, Trust TV's Aisha Salihu reports that although during the fast, the human body is able to concentrate solely on removing toxins and repairing the digestive system, among other benefits, some groups of persons are however exempted from the fast. The report.
Ramadan 1444 after the Hijrah, which began March 22 in most countries this year, with the first day of fasting on March 23, is the holiest month in the Islamic calendar. It involves abstaining from eating, drinking, smoking and carnal relations, among other activities that are contrary to the fast, as many hope to gain greater consciousness of God. Experts recommend fasting to heal the body, but advocate a modified fast for its overwhelming scientific evidence of great mental and physical benefits.
During that period, the metabolism shifts from a metabolism that is oxidative or stressful to the system to a metabolism that is beneficial to the system, and as such it will improve blood pressure control, it will improve blood sugar control, it will improve cholesterol control, cholesterol profile. It will result in significant weight loss if the overall caloric balance is maintained, meaning that by the time you break fast, you don't eat large bowls of food trying to make up for what you have lost. And definitely it will improve sleep, it would improve cognitive function, that's the ability to think and connect ideas.
Fasting is not recommended for some people according to Islamic injunctions.
That's what we call mukallaf. Mukallaf is an adult. When you have not grown up to the state of adult, you are exempted. Number two, people, the elderly ones, those who are out to the extent that medically they are not advised. Nursing mothers and heavy women, those who are pregnant, are also exempted. People who embark on journey that it seems to be difficult. Their movement from one place to another would not allow them to fast. Any ailment that is medically proof that can debar someone from fasting should stop somebody from fasting, and such a person will be counted among those who will be exempted. And number 6, that is not common, those who are out to make their daily bread through a hard labor, very hard labor, that if they don't do it, they won't be able to survive.
The physical and psychological attributes of fasting are said to be of social and cultural benefits.
The Ramadan fast, apart from the timing and the type of food eaten, it creates an opportunity for people to come together, for communities to come together, to interact, for families to spend more time with each other, and of course for healthy meditation. All of these have the capacity to improve the psychological well-being of the communities.
Experts therefore advise that those engaging in the Ramadan fast should sustain the lessons and attributes to retain the benefits achieved during the 30 days fast beyond the Ramadan period for subsequent months in order to maintain general health and well-being. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And for some foreign news now, Malaysia's lower house Monday approved legal reforms to abolish the mandatory death penalty for some offences. Now, the amendments will be applicable to 34 offences currently punishable by death. Now, these also include murder and drug trafficking, while 11 of them carry it as a mandatory punishment. The country has had a moratorium on executions since 2018, but courts have continued to send inmates to death row. Reports say alternatives to existing death penalty include whipping and punishment of 30 to 40 years. The lawmakers also agreed that capital punishment will be removed as an option for some serious crimes that do not cause death, such as kidnapping and the discharging and trafficking of firearms, according to the Deputy Law Minister Ram Gopal Singh. Now, since independence in 1957, Malaysia is now part of countries whose death penalty has been abolished. And with that story, we've come to the end of Trust TV's news updates this hour. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms for more. I am Nten Ekpang. Many thanks for watching. Bye-bye.